call. Plus, Warnecki breaks down a new poll this morning on Meet the Press.
First, fellow Republicans rejected his pressure to change the congressional district boundaries there to help out Republicans in the midterm election. And then, for the first time in 30 years, a Democrat was elected mayor in Miami against a pro-Trump opponent. Plus, there's questions as to whether the president can stay on message regarding affordability. And are we going to war in Venezuela? All this and more ahead on Today in LA Weekend.
Hot tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2026 inventory. Final day. The Fairplex Pomona. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2026 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. The Fairplex Pomona. Free admission. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
This is Today in LA at 7 with breaking news.
We start with that breaking news out of Sydney, Australia. A Hanukkah celebration turns into a massacre after police say 2 gunmen opened fire at Bondi Beach. Police say at least 11 people were killed in the shooting targeting the Jewish community. More than 24 others were also hurt. New South Wales Police Commissioner is declaring this a terrorist attack. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Michelle Valles. Let's get right to NBC4's Annette Ariola, who's live in the Pico Robertson neighborhood with reaction and as many prepare for their own Hanukkah celebrations here at home. Annette, good morning.
Michelle, good morning to you. The Jewish community here in Los Angeles waking up to this tragic headline out of Sydney. Australian police telling us that over 1,000 people were in attendance, including a key organizer of the event, an assistant rabbi who was among the 11 people who were shot and killed in this incident. Now, we have gotten new video coming into our newsroom of this unfortunate incident, and we do want to warn our viewers that what you are about to hear and see may be disturbing to some. Several rounds of gunfire blasting towards the crowd along the beach. You can see there people frantically running for their lives, trying to take cover from the hail of bullets. And police say that within moments they started receiving a number of reports of shots fired at Archer Park, very close to Bondi Pavilion. Police set up an extensive perimeter around the scene. A man believed to be one of the shooters has been killed, and according to authorities, a second alleged shooter is in the hospital right now in critical condition. Australian Prime Minister calling the attack a, quote, act of evil anti-Semitism. Take a listen.
In this moment of darkness, we must be each other's light. Hold on to the true character of the country that we love. Australia is stronger than the cowards who attacked innocent people today. Australia is braver than those who seek to make us afraid. Australia will never submit to division, violence or hatred. We will see justice done, and we will come through this together.
And right now, what we have been told is that one of the suspected attackers was known to authorities. We don't know if he had a criminal background or what this could entail. At least 29 people have been wounded, including a child, and 2 police officers were in serious condition. We've also been told that several IEDs were found in a vehicle close to the location where the shooting happened. The bomb squad is at the scene. Again, this is a very fluid situation. We are getting reports by the minute, and police are investigating if there could possibly be a third suspect. But again, we are getting up-to-the-minute reports, and as soon as we get new details coming out of Australia, we, of course, will relay it to you. Michelle, we'll send it back to you.
Annette, thank you so much. And the shooting in Australia comes as the Jewish community here in Southern California prepares to celebrate the first night of Hanukkah. Free local public menorah lightings will mark night 1 of the holiday. A surfboard menorah will be lit in the cobblestone at Laguna Beach. And that's going to start at 2 this afternoon. Starting at 3, Fashion Island's Atrium Garden Court in Newport Beach will have craft making, gifts, and other activities for the children. And then an event at the Culver City, or the Culver Steps in Culver City, includes live music, a magic show, craft making, and of course food. That will start at 4:30. Another will happen nightly at the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica at 5. A menorah lighting ceremony will also happen in Beverly Hills tomorrow night. We will stay on top of the security and, of course, the events. And new developments this morning in the deadly mass shooting at Brown University this weekend. Police overnight have announced a man was taken into custody by the FBI accused of these crimes. 2 senior law enforcement officials briefed on the matter tell NBC News the man had a unique characteristic on his gun that was found when he was taken into custody. He has not been identified or charged yet. The shooting killed 2 people and injured 9 others. Brown's president said they're all students. It happened yesterday afternoon inside a classroom at the Rhode Island University's physics building. It prompted an hours-long manhunt after the shooter escaped.
We have a generation of kids who have done active shooter trainings. That was not something I had to do when I was a kid. And we all, I think maybe intellectually, we knew it could happen anywhere, including here. But that's not the same as it happening in our community.
It's horrible. No words. It's hard to describe.
A shelter-in-place order has since been lifted. Be sure to stay with NBC4 as we continue to monitor the latest updates on these 2 developing stories. We'll share any updates online and on air throughout the day. For now, let's get a check of your forecast with meteorologist Kelly Moody.
As we continue to work with some of this morning fog, I want to talk to you about some of those December fog ingredients. First of all, we know it's cool air that we have hanging out above the ocean, but when high pressure is in place like it has been for the last several days, that's pushing warm air on top of that cool air, and that really creates that recipe for fog. Plus, when our winds are not very active and we just have a light sea breeze, that continues to push it in, and given that our topography for this area includes a lot of valleys, it just gets trapped. So that's why we keep seeing a lot of this fog for this time of year. We'll continue to see that fog this morning. Temperatures this afternoon will be warming up to the mid to upper 70s for areas a bit farther to the west, low 80s as we look farther out to the east. Expecting to see slightly cooler temperatures at the coast, low 60s for Oxnard as well as for Long Beach. We will continue to warm up over the next several days, though, as we continue to work with those increased chances for 80s by the time we look ahead toward the start of our work week. So we'll still work with that reduced air quality and morning fog, but temperatures will be on the rise before eventually cooling down. And as they cool down, we start to see chances for possible precipitation, and that could land right around the holidays. So a lot to look forward to and a lot to track for you. We'll be talking more about that coming up.
Now to a warning for your health. The CDC is tracking a rise of norovirus. The agency says the hotspots include San Francisco and Los Angeles, although California is not among the states formally reporting outbreaks. Wastewater concentrations at dozens of monitoring sites have been going up since October. Norovirus is very contagious and is a common cause of stomach cramps, vomiting, and diarrhea. You can protect yourself by washing your hands frequently and, of course, talking to your doctor. There were no winners from last night's Powerball drawing. The jackpot now $1.1 billion. The cash value, $503 million. Here's a look at last night's winning numbers: 1, 28, 31, 57, 58. The Powerball number, 16. The next drawing is tomorrow. Still ahead on Today in LA Weekend, Mayor Karen Bass is rallying